Nothing like the smell of transmission oil.
Alright everybody, welcome to today's video. As we continue to work on the NP231, I'm not going to have the part I'm going to need the next coming up week, so I guess this is a good time. Take apart the Planetary, work on some other videos, do that, and then next week I should have all the parts to complete this build and we can fit it up. Like I said earlier, I have an idea, another idea for the vehicle speed sensor. I'll look more in depth on that once I get the engine transmission pulled out again as we do the final mods before we put the engine back in for real.
Now the wheels are turning and got me thinking, so I just put the factory GM speed sensor back in there, see where its reference is to the gear, and I got thinking, between the transmission and the transfer case, I could still do something to press that gear on, modify the housing so I could thread it in and still get a signal, because this shaft won't be used anymore, so I could cut it, use the snap ring grooves to hold it in place, machine it till it's slightly smaller than what the shaft is, heat it up, press it on, use some set screws to hold it in place, and then I wouldn't have to use that Dakota Digital. It could be an idea. And there's the other S10 housing adapter. The only problem is it's open walled here, so I'd probably have to machine a big groove out and then try to weld on that. Hopefully not burn a hole through it. What I got right here, take apart the Planetary, you're going to stick a pick or something inside there, pull that snap ring out, and once you get that out, the center section here will just pull out. Sun gear is going to pull out. This is kind of like, I'm going to say almost like a bearing almost, essentially. We're not going to need those anymore, so I'm just going to pull those out. And then we're left with this. Well, this could either work really well or end in disaster. I'm gonna have to drop the press down one more notch. Alright. These pins are either gonna press nicely or it's gonna end in disaster. I just want to get some, line this up as best as I can. Actually, that's pushing way easier than I originally imagined. Expecting to meet some fierce resistance. It's not the case. But always take precaution, because as you can see right there, I don't have my bolt 100% straight. So if I didn't notice that and start pressing on it, there's a good chance it might go flying out and hit me in the balls. We wouldn't want that now, would we? The less damage we can do, hopefully none, because you don't want to damage the roller bearings. There's not much tension there, that's why I got my hand on there. I'm just got my hand underneath now to catch that pin, because it's about to come out. Very carefully, because that's why. Just dropped a bunch of roller bearings. Well, I know now, when I pull this out, those The little roller bearings are just going to explode all over the place. I'm gonna put my finger under it. It's got all the roller bearings, and if you don't do that, it's going to explode. I'm gonna slide my finger over, and hopefully I don't lose any bearings for the last one. So there's 2 rows of bearings in there, and it's separated by one of the rings in the middle. So I guess the question is, like, where do you start with a project like this? Gonna use some grease to help hold the rollers in place for sure, but just how efficient will it be? I just need to hold them in place a little bit till I can get a set of rollers in there. And hopefully it'll hold it. I think once after I get enough in place, I might just actually throw that in there and then feed them around. That might actually make things a little easier, because once you play that stepping game, start getting up to the top, they're probably gonna fall down to the bottom. So this way you feed them in around the pin, and they're gonna stay, and everything's gonna be your friend. Let's get this together. One more, 2 more, 1 more. Need to get 1 more in there. So it looks like I got enough in there. Looks like it. So far, this doesn't seem as painful as it looks. But anything is possible. You gotta make sure you have all the rollers in place, because if you don't, I have room to squeeze 1 more. Looks like I could get 1 more in there, maybe. Can I squeeze 1 more? Can I? Can I get 1 more in there? Come on. I did. And I can get 1 more in there too. It looks like I got them. Grab my Planetary. That's the side it's gonna fit. Should have actually placed these in there first. Drop those back in. Says it fits. It's my beveled gear. Now we're ready. Ready to press it. Now to start pressing her. Pressing it's going to be pretty simple. Except I need to Bessie clamp it down, because I could feel it. It wants to pull while I'm pressing it out. Alright, so I got a Bessie clamp on there. And now, try this again. My other pin is already starting to come through the bottom, which is good. I'm gonna see or not, but take this chisel. There we have it. 6-gear Planetary built. Pretty simple. Hardest job is getting all the rollers back in. about 5:30 right now. Sun's just starting to set. Days are getting longer. Daylight savings tomorrow, which means it's gonna get even longer yet. It's getting warmer out. I think winter is broke now. Might get a couple more storms, but I think the cold weather's over with. Spent most of my day today building a 6-gear Planetary. I guess tomorrow I can start replacing the bearings in the case. Got a new tool. Get that done. Pull that out. Do what I need to do. Drop her in for real then. Oh, got a nice fire going in the yard. Maybe it'll melt some of the snow around the pit. Alright, it's nice to have a good fire. Trevor just left, drank some beers, brought me over some fucking weed to try. This is Gorilla Tape or something. I've been really digging the Alaskan Thunderfuck weed, but he got me this stuff. I wish you guys could smell it. It smells fucking pretty good. What are you doing? You think that because you're up on a ledge that you can attack your human? Come on. What are you doing? Really? I'm gonna touch you. I'm gonna touch your paw. What? Are you being upset? Dumb guts. Why are you being so mean? Oh, I see how this works. First you want to attack me. And now you think I should brush you. You brush your belly. You brush your belly first. You're gonna roll over so I can brush your belly. I know, right? You're so funny sometimes. Yes, you are. What did you do today? Did you do anything exciting when I was at work? Did you just hang out in the house? What did you do, Mr. Tomcats? Mr. Tomcats, it's nice today. What are you gonna do? You wanna go outside? Or are you just gonna lay on the couch like a good kitty? And are you? You want some chin scratches? Yes, you do. Because you're so spoiled. Yes, you are, Mr. Tomcats. Yes, you are. Tomcats, I know you're comfortable, but I need to go out to the garage. And I know you're gonna be upset that I'm gonna have to wake you, Tomcats. It's hard to believe that last week at this time, it was so cold out, my nuts would shrivel up into my asshole. And now that it's finally warm out, it's almost t-shirt weather. Anyways, I could theoretically start on the rebuild with the rebuild kit I got up there. However, I got a new tool right there that I'm going to practice with to remove those bearings. If you guys have been a long-term follower, you guys would have remembered how I got that bearing out the first time with a die grinder to cut the race and then pull her out. Well, that's a lot of work and a lot of effort. I picked up this bad boy right here. This bad boy has all the attachments to do blind hole pulls. A little lever there for manual or slide hammer. I'm going to fit one up and let's see what kind of damage we can do. Yes, it is. It's coming nicely, actually. This is where a ratchet wrench would come in handy, but there we go. Look at that, eh? Man, that toolkit actually works almost too good. I'm gonna try that other bearing. I think something like that one there is gonna be the one I need to get underneath. You see that bearing come out just nice and easy? So you can see right there, we're almost out. And this is effortless, effortless. If you borrow one of these or buy one, well worth the money. Pull that out. Easy. I'm kind of deep in thought today. That's what this video is all about. Decisions. What am I gonna do? Reviewing the motor mount again, looking at that. Still thinking I'm gonna weld a couple little bars in place there so it'll act like a wrench when I tighten the bolt up. I don't know why those weren't put in there in the first place. I think that's kind of silly. Definitely gonna move the motor one notch forward. Pretty tight there, but then again, I don't have the transmission pan underneath. If it pushes the transmission, or the transmission up, I should say, it'll give me a little bit more clearance. I'm gonna have enough clearance for the hood for sure. Like I talked about before, this was my cutoff, so I'm definitely gonna have room. Not sure if I'm gonna order a swap radiator or try to get one from a junkyard and make it fit. I mean, radiator's pretty expensive, you know, $500 plus US, shipping, exchange, duty. That's a lot of freaking money. I need to find an alternative source for that. Need to fix that brake line still. Look at getting some paint for the firewall. POR 15, everything else. The heater hoses, kind of in a dilemma with that because this one here actually, you know, theoretically might just work. Another option I have is to have a hose, a short hose, and then a 90, and then redo those hoses. That's another opportunity there, and then drill and tap into my 90 for that steam vent. Haven't decided on that steam line. I've decided I might keep that. I might delete it. I'm not too sure. This week I need to order the rest of the parts before we can take out the engine. I need to fit the headers up. I need to get the headers, and I need to see the clearance between the headers and the steering. That's really the main thing. Everything else I can make fit, but I mean, the exhaust is pretty big, and trying to decide how's the exhaust going to go. It's probably going to have to come down and then around the front of the oil pan, which means I'm probably going to have to wrap that too. Take care of that issue. Don't want too much heat radiating into my oil. That wouldn't be good. Still got the 8.8, still got to tear it apart. Haven't decided on gears yet. I'm gonna have to find out what people are using for gears in their swap, because I got 4.56 now. I think that might be a little bit much. I mean, this has got 410. I could probably get away with 410s and go up to 33-inch tires. Gonna have to talk to some people who've done an LS swap in their Jeep and what are they running for tires and transmission, because that's a big difference. And I was gonna do the rebuild on this, but I'd rather wait till that part comes and I have everything to get her done. And plus, it's so nice outside now. Next weekend it's gonna be nice, and the week after that, double digits. Looking good, looking good. I don't know, I think it's motherfucking beer time. I got some Dandy in the Bleak Midwinter Black IPA. Some good beer.
Alright everybody, it's our favorite damn motherfucking beer time. Black IPA. Ooh. This is a good beer. Coming in 6.5%. Strong beer. Black IPA. It's good. So I want to apologize for this being a short video. Lots going on in the mind. I already changed my mind about that Dakota digital signal for the VSS, but now I'm thinking that I might try to use that gear. This gear right here. Use this gear to make things happen. I don't know, man. Wheels are turning. Could be a definite possibility. Need to get that figured out. Man. I don't know what to tell you. I guess if a person had to, you could probably fabricate your own housing, to be honest. That might be going down the rabbit hole too far. Anyways, people have been asking. They want to see some more videos. More videos are going to be coming. At the time of this filming, it's about not quite the middle of March. It's pretty close to the middle of March. Time you see this video, it's probably going to be beginning of May. Maybe the middle of May. Maybe towards the middle of, or start of May, I'm thinking. But once it starts getting nicer out and the snow's melted and I'm able to come outside during the week and plug away, then I can get more videos filmed to allow you guys to see more. But I'm going to change the schedule a little bit. I'm still going to do the live streaming every second Friday. So be like 1 week will be video live stream, and then the following week will be 2 videos and, you know, video live stream. But my second channel, BSK Garage, there's going to be tons of content on there. That's going to be starting up pretty quick, where it's going to be 2 videos, maybe 3 videos a week consistently, because that's where I'm really focusing more on. People enjoy watching the vlogs, watching real life, but the real videos are in the DIY videos, and people don't come to DIY videos usually to subscribe. They usually come to DIY videos to figure out something, then they disappear. Sometimes people stay, sometimes they don't, but that's where the viewership is, and you gotta go where the money is. You know what I'm saying? I told you guys a long time ago when I started that second channel that, you know, the political correct police are coming down. So sooner or later, who knows, this channel right here might get demonetized. Who knows what's going to happen. But that's why over the past couple of years, you guys probably noticed I cleaned her up quite a bit, toned her down compared to the old days. It is what it is. You got to change with the times, I guess. Anyways, motherfucking beer time. This is a good beer. If you guys have any questions or comments, post them below. And I want to thank you guys for watching.